Good evening and welcome to our live webinar by z.one Concept. We belong to z.one Concept Education and our slogan, as you can see, is Grow, Connect and Excel with us. z.one Concept gathers several well-known brands such as Milkshake, No Inhibition and Simply Zen. z.one Concept, as you can see, is made in Italy but loved everywhere. We all know that it is an Italian company but again loved throughout the world. Let's have a look at our company to better understand why we're so appreciated worldwide. We have a mission that we've been carrying out for 21 years. We have a network of more than 55,000 hairdressers all over the world, and they directly work with our 62 suppliers or importers, counting on an endless number of agents. Of course, companies' figures keep on increasing. That's because we have strong and fundamental values that we've always supported on the market. I'm talking about innovation. People knowing the company are also aware of innovative formulas dedicated to our products, of an ongoing research to reduce, for example, packaging environmental impact. So we always propose something innovative. Then we have quality. Quality has always identified our company. This value concerns our formulas, our communication, and our education department, as it is a certified structure. Then we must mention energy and dynamism concerning the entire supply chain, the company, the staff, suppliers, agents, and final clients. In fact, they follow us with a great enthusiasm because we always propose our products with a strong energy. Energy, as we're part of a big and important group which is constantly evolving and looking for novelties. Talking about novelties, it is mandatory to mention design that identifies an Italian company such as z.one Concept. Of course, a business is primarily made by its people, great talents in various sectors, marketing, sales, communication, web, and other people supporting us, such as tonight to make this live webinar possible. And I'm talking about highly skilled people. There is another element that the entire supply chain shares, our heart. It connects and identifies all the people working with passion in this field. This is our company. This is z.one Concept. I wish you all a fruitful webinar. Enjoy your night and stay tuned. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to our webinar dedicated to hair reconstruction. The title and main topic of tonight's webinar is Innovative Hair Care Technology. z.one Concept Labs keep on focusing on beauty research in order to capture the essence of nature's rarities and turn them into precious extracts crucial for milkshake formulas. Tonight, we're going to talk about the innovative reconstruction service, able to give back essential components to hair in order to intensify its beauty. The special formula of its product, dedicated to salon use only, doesn't make hair look heavier. Therefore, this treatment is suitable for all types of damaged hair. Just a little introduction. We all know that hair is composed of water, keratin, lipids, minerals, and pigments. Keratin is an essential structural component. It is present in hair cortex and it is composed of 18 amino acids. Several causes lead to damaged hair, such as aggressive chemical services and excessive usage of hot styling tools, the sun, environmental agents. They all cause a hair fiber structural modification. Therefore, hair looks lifeless and not shiny, and hair breakage is another factor. Healthy and damaged hair structure can be represented by a metaphor that makes it easier to understand our hair reconstruction system. Healthy hair structure is composed by a perfect brick wall. On the other hand, damaged hair structure is composed by a wall with holes and where some bricks are missing. Our hair reconstruction system provides those missing bricks to fill the gaps. How is that possible? Thanks to an intensive treatment able to give back essential components to hair. Those natural substances and components were eliminated by aggressive services, environmental agents, and so on. With the proper concentration, those substances are able to repair and reinforce the hair that will then look healthy, resistant, and shiny. Hair is damaged when one of its natural components is missing: keratin, proteins, and amino acids. Those three substances are present in our hair reconstruction system so that we can turn damaged hair into healthy hair by providing those famous bricks that I have already mentioned. Milkshake Integrity Reconstruction System products contain the so-called amino acid complex, which is a vegetal keratin composed of 18 amino acids deriving from wheat and soy and providing an antioxidant, strengthening, and protective action. Its structure provides damaged hair with necessary elements, such as keratin, proteins, and amino acids that were took away by aggressive services. Moreover, there are some naturally derived ingredients to improve the action of our treatment. For example, hyaluronic acid is a super moisturizing ingredient, and it has 3 different molecular weights: low, medium, and high, in order to easily penetrate within hair fiber. Low molecular weight hyaluronic acid has a very small molecules reaching the center of the hair. Medium molecular weight hyaluronic acid remains in the intermediate area, and high molecular weight hyaluronic acid creates an external film protecting the hair from subsequent aggressive services. Then we have murumuru organic butter, which in ancient times was used by Amazonian women because of its moisturizing action for hair and skin. The berry organic oil comes from fruit cultivated in the Amazonian rainforest, and it is an excellent natural antioxidant, and it effectively contrasts damages caused by free radicals. As in all milkshake products, we even have milk proteins to provide strength and resistance to hair fiber. Apart from milk proteins, milkshake products always contain fruit extracts according to the desired treatment. In this case, we have organic strawberry and goji berry extracts providing a protective, invigorating, smoothing, and conditioning action. This is our hair reconstruction system. As you can see, it apparently creates a contrast. On the one hand, we have an excellent technology developed by our research and development labs, and on the other hand, we wanted to keep a natural image thanks to some naturally derived active principles contained in our products. It is now time to take this webinar to the next level. We will see a hair reconstruction system carried out with the Integrity Reconstruction System, but I also remind you that if you're looking for a more natural reconstruction service, well, Milkshake proposes a series of natural masks to be mixed with a specific base product. The final hair reconstruction is different, and in a minute we will compare the two services. Good evening and welcome once again to this webinar. Manuela did an excellent job in introducing tonight's topic and in explaining the system we will analyze together. Tonight's topic is probably one of the most important services for salons, that's to say, hair reconstruction. We all know that healthy hair generates excellent technical services, such as long-lasting colors, but it also gives the possibility to carry out multiple technical services, and results are perfect in the short and also long term. A reconstruction can also make the styling more long-lasting or make hair grow faster. If hair is damaged, it doesn't grow that fast, and it also causes discomfort to our final clients. Tonight, we want to propose you a 360-degree analysis about reconstruction services. Actually, when we think about reconstruction, we immediately think about very damaged hair. But reconstruction, if we have the proper system and if we perfectly know hair and products, can be used to improve the internal and external hair structure. As Manuela said before, in case of matte hair, for example, a localized and external reconstruction can be the perfect solution. First of all, we need to mention some basic concepts of hair biology. This is important because a hairdresser, a professional, needs to properly know hair and also the products and, of course, the available technologies. So we're going to talk about hair layers and about the main hair components. Of course, things that you already know, but that is important to review every once in a while. So let's start from hair layers. We know that hair is mainly composed of 3 different layers. The external part is the cuticle. Cuticle has a protective function. When cuticles are closed, they protect the hair and it will look shiny. When cuticles are open, because of technical treatments or of an excessive usage of hot styling tools, light is absorbed by the inner part and so hair looks matte. The cortex, as Emanuela said before, is the most important part as it contains the elements defining hair condition. If hair is healthy, within the cortex there are precise percentages of specific components determining the difference between healthy and damaged hair, as I was saying before. The last part is called medulla, but it doesn't have a crucial function. Some hair doesn't even have medulla, but it is very healthy hair anyway. Medulla's function is to regulate temperature. It can be represented by an air bubble protecting hair from cold. A hairdresser specialized in technical treatments must know the main hair components as they help choosing the most suitable type of treatment and products. First of all, we have proteins, that's to say keratin, and they count for 70 or 80%. So proteins represent the real DNA of our hair. When this percentage decreases, there is a lack of resistance. Hair gets easily damaged, and technical services or styling are not long-lasting. Then water. It accounts for 11%. Water is fundamental as it determines hair hydration. Non-moisturized hair or an excessive usage of flat iron, which is really common nowadays, especially for young girls, or again, its non-professional usage, cause a decrease of that percentage. And therefore, hair becomes dry. Then we have lipids. The percentage of lipids is 3%. Their function is to provide elasticity to hair. It is true that lipids are not created by hair, as it is an amorphous structure, but they develop in the skin in the hydrolipidic layer. Lipids are fatty substances. They make hair grow, and they also provide elasticity. And so, this styling can be more long-lasting. Pigments. We know that they are responsible for the color. The associated percentage varies from 0.5 to 0.1% according to the natural hair color. Then we have mineral substances. They account for 8%. They act like a glue so that all the previous components can remain within the hair. And of course, it helps keeping those substances within the hair. Last but not least, carbohydrates. They are placed in the external area and so in cuticles. Their function is to keep a soft and shiny structure of the hair. So at touch, hair is softer. So this is just a summary and a list of the main components that we have just analyzed. I remind you that those percentages assure a healthy hair structure. When those percentages vary, there is a hair structure modification or alteration that hairdressers must manage with a specific treatment. So tonight we're going to focus on the most demanded and the most important ritual for the salon. That's to say, hair reconstruction. As Emanuela said before, we will also show you a couple of services. Because of a lack of time, we have already recorded those rituals with our models. In the first case, you will see the most technological service. In the second case, you will see the most natural and sensorial regeneration reconstruction service. Let's start from our first model. Monica will join our live webinar towards the end. Now she is starting the treatment. In order to carry out a good and proper analysis, it is necessary to brush the hair to eliminate tangles or styling products residuals. She's now choosing small strands in some specific areas of the head in order to carry out a tactile analysis. So, with her hands, she is assessing hair smoothness, and as the lady has lifted strands, as we can observe, hair porosity is different. On lengthened ends, hair is more coarse, and this step is crucial because it determines the type of treatment to choose. During the explanation, we will see that hair analysis is fundamental to establish the treatment and also the series of products to use. In this case, Monica has already prepared our model. So she has already prepared our model. She has used a specific shampoo called Deep Cleansing Shampoo, and I will explain you later on why this is the best product to use in this case. Monica is now working with big strands, but according to hair type, the hairdresser, the professional, needs to choose and adjust the size of those strands. As you can see, she's using a special device to spray the product on the entire strand. She's massaging the product with her hands, and in this case, she keeps on working in the same way throughout the head. At the end, she will evenly distribute the product by using a comb. So, in the meantime, while Monica is working, we will go on with the explanation. Another important thing that I would like to remind you is that some tutorial videos are available and are associated to our system in order to better understand the perfect application method. In the meantime, while Monica is working, I'll show you the second service. So in this case, Elena is working with a different model. So, as we can see, in the case of our second model, and her name is Cassandra, well, she has very thin and colored hair. Whereas in the previous case, the girl also had lifted strands. The analysis method is exactly the same. It is necessary to assess hair structure by analyzing the front, the central, and the back part of the head. Moreover, according to the haircut, the structure can be different. So once again, it is very important to carry out a proper and specific analysis on the entire head. Once Monica will finish her treatment, we will go on with Elena and, of course, with the explanation. In the meantime, I'll go on with my explanation, and Monica and Elena will keep on working simultaneously so that in 50 or maximum 60 minutes we will conclude our webinar. So let me get back to the metaphor that Emanuela used before. She talked about hair and walls. We can actually use this metaphor to describe the structure of healthy and damaged hair. In this picture, we can see a perfect wall, and bricks are in a perfect position too. Concrete is the element connecting the bricks and keeping them together, and it has no defects or imperfections, as you can see. So this image can be compared to healthy hair. On the other hand, destructured hair can be compared to this kind of wall. The external part, as you can see, is missing, and so we can see some inner problems. In the case of damaged hair, there are some holes and splits causing some interruptions. This represents a lack of keratin that leads to beauty problems and to the fact that styling or technical services are not long-lasting. Starting from this metaphor, we can understand the importance of a treatment able to give back the fundamental components to hair. And I'm talking about the fundamental components that I have already mentioned. Hair is damaged when one of its main components is missing, and specifically proteins and amino acids that are commonly called keratin. Starting from this analysis, we can understand that treatments chosen to provide fundamental components need to be rich in proteins and amino acids, as they can fill the holes and gaps in hair and therefore improve its quality. Milkshake proposes two different opportunities. On the one hand, a ritual with integrity hair reconstruction, which is carried out by Monica. This ritual is more technological as it exploits a new tool, and the associated products are also more sophisticated and, of course, highly developed. So there is a big study concerning the development of this system. On the other hand, Elena is using the milkshake natural care ritual. Z.one concept has been proposing this treatment for a long period of time, and it is exclusively proposed by our company, by the Milkshake brand. This ritual is easier. It also focuses on the sensorial aspect, and it is extremely captivating and fascinating for the final client. So this is our integrity hair reconstruction system. As Emanuela has previously explained, we have several active ingredients, and I just would like to highlight the presence of the so-called amino acid complex. It is very important as it contains essential amino acids that are more powerful compared to traditional hydrolyzed amino acids. Moreover, there are some crucial active ingredients, such as hyaluronic acid with 3 different molecular weights, as the system doesn't only work on the external layer, but also on the internal one. There are other ingredients that are part of the milkshake universe and of the integrity reconstruction system, such as the Muru organic butter and the Buriti organic butter with an antioxidant action, but also milk proteins supporting keratin in the hair, and some organic fruit extracts with an invigorating, protective, and conditioning action. Let's have a look at the technical features of our products. As I was saying before, we don't talk about a single product, but about a real system that, when combined, has a reconstructive action on the internal and external parts of the hair. First of all, we have step A. It is called Integrity Rebuilder, and it is the most important step in order to restructure the internal part of the hair. As we can read from the slide, this is the most important step where the hair's foundation is restructured for healthy and perfect hair. In this phase, a net that represents the hair structure is built around the hair. As Monica was showing us, this treatment can be used alone or with a special tool that I'll show you in a minute, and that is necessary, as I was saying before, to make the product penetrate more within the hair. So step A can be sprayed directly on hair, or it can be applied with our milkshake micronebulizer that further reduces the molecules of the product, simplifying its penetration within the hair and allowing the hairdresser to select specific areas where to apply the product. As Monica was doing before, it is important to start applying the product on the most damaged hair areas. I know that many hairdressers just evenly apply reconstructive products on the entire strand, but it is fundamental to start from the most damaged areas, continuing then on the entire strand. On one side, the micronebulizer improves and streamlines the product application, but it also triggers the curiosity of clients when, of course, they are present in the salon. I can imagine, for example, a salon with 4 or 5 clients, and when one of them sees the hairdresser using a special tool or a special technique, she is definitely curious. At that point, it becomes easier for the hairdresser to suggest the same treatment. As we have already said, at least 80% of women worldwide need a reconstruction ritual. After using the Integrity Rebuilder, Monica has chosen to carry out a medium reconstruction treatment. So after applying the rebuilder, she has eliminated the product in excess and evenly distributed it on the hair with a wide tooth comb. As we can see right now, she's continuing the treatment with the step B, the so-called milkshake integrity fiber sealant. The step B is very important in order to assure that the previous product remains in the hair. The integrity fiber sealant has a gelatinous texture and it is an extremely acid product. Actually, its pH is very, very low. Going back to our wall metaphor, step B represents the plaster necessary to keep the other elements together. And so for hair, we talk about proteins and amino acids. And it also creates an external film guaranteeing the perfect brightness. So we can understand that this product is fantastic. We all know that restructuring the hair doesn't mean softening it. After a reconstruction treatment, hair is filled and it has more body. And of course, to the touch, we can immediately feel it, we can immediately understand it. But actually, hair is not softer. That's why it is important to use the Milkshake Integrity Leave-In, which is an extremely versatile product. Emanuela and I have already told you about hyaluronic acid. Well, our leave-in contains a good percentage of hyaluronic acid with different molecular weights. Its function is to assure a proper elasticity, smoothness, and softness. As we will see in a minute, the Integrity Leave-In can be used before the step B or at the end of our system. The sequence of products used by Monica is the following: deep cleansing shampoo to wash the hair, step A, rebuilder. She then eliminated the product in excess. Step B, fiber sealant. And as it is acid, it guarantees the external reconstruction effect. After waiting for 10 minutes of processing time under heat source, she will apply the Milkshake Integrity Leave-In to increase softness and elasticity of the hair. So I hope that all these steps are clear enough, but we will summarize it once again by having a look at the different steps. So first of all, it is necessary to properly cleanse the hair with the good and proper product. For us, this proper product is the so-called deep cleansing shampoo. Sometimes we forget about this product because we prefer using a shampoo increasing the softness of the hair, for example, or providing some specific substances. But actually, deep cleansing is our most technical shampoo. It has an almost neutral pH, which is around 6.5 and 7, and anyway, it is still acid. We all know that the physiological hair pH is 5.5, and so when we use a shampoo with a pH higher than 5.5, as in the case of our deep cleansing, that is more or less 7, we start preparing the hair. Among its components, there are some purifying and chelating agents able to cleanse and purify the hair. I know that there are some reconstruction philosophies encouraging the usage of more alkaline shampoos. According to our working method instead, we start from an important and realistic premise. If I decide to have a reconstruction treatment, it means that hair is already damaged, and so cuticles are already open. The internal part is therefore more exposed. As a consequence, I don't need to use a chelating shampoo. Okay, sorry, so Monica has just finished. She will now use a heat source for 10 minutes and she will come back afterwards. Thanks, Monica. In the meantime, Elena and Cassandra can come here on stage, as I will analyze their ritual in a minute. So just to conclude the explanation about the deep cleansing, if we need to carry out a reconstruction treatment, we don't need to use a very alkaline shampoo, as cuticles are already opened, but we need to use a purifying shampoo. Porous hair, in fact, absorb a lot of substances, and so I need to properly cleanse and purify it. Just think about smells, or about people being lucky and unlucky at the same time, as they live in big cities with high levels of pollution and smog. Well, in that case, heavy metals residuals or particles in the air stick to the most porous areas of the hair. Therefore, before a reconstruction treatment, it is crucial to use a shampoo able to completely eliminate those substances. Okay, Elena, you can now go on. In this case, actually, I do not have slides to show you, as we will use them at the end. Elena has decided to carry out the more natural ritual by using our natural care milk masks. I'll show you and explain you this product in details later on, but anyway, within this packaging, there are some small bags containing a powder that needs to be mixed with a conditioning mask base, so 60 grams of conditioning mask base with 1 small bag of milk mask. This is a completely natural powder that, as I said before, needs to be mixed with the conditioning mask base and then applied on the hair. I'll tell you more about its features later on. In this specific case, Elena has chosen this ritual for our model as her hair needs a light reconstruction compared to the previous lady. This ritual gives nourishment and at the same time milk proteins are able to give more body to the hair, and actually results are visible from the very first application. Elena is now continuing working, and in the meantime, I'll go on with my explanation. So we were summarizing the different passages, and we now needed to talk about the step A. After preparing the hair with our deep cleansing shampoo, we apply the step A that contains the amino acid complex. You need to know that originally amino acids are separated, but then they connect with each other so to create a chain, the so-called peptide chain, with proteins and keratin. Thanks to their molecular weight, amino acids can penetrate within the hair, and as I was saying before, step A can be used with the dispenser included or with the micronebulizer that, again, triggers client's curiosity and engagement. So this is a very, very important tool. Once the foundation process has been completed, the fixing phase begins, so to enclose all the provided substances within the hair. In this case, step B fiber sealant contains a special polymer that creates an external sealing layer. I must say that it has a double function, an external one, but also an internal one, as it binds newly provided proteins with pre-existing ones. This picture easily represents its action. So it creates an external film allowing precious ingredients to stay within the hair. It fills internal and external areas, and it closes and smooths cuticles thanks to its low pH. I can definitely assure you that even if used alone, fiber sealant gives an immediate sensation of healthy hair, and as we will see later on, one of our 3 reconstruction rituals is based on the step B only, so it is a fantastic product. Within the integrity reconstruction system, we also have a leave-in, but I would like to say that this is an extremely versatile product. It is not only used for our reconstruction rituals, but it can also be used as an independent and separated leave-in. Thanks to conditioning polyquaterniums, it creates a flexible but not sticky film. And we all know that most leave-in conditioners do create that sticky film, so that it doesn't make the hair look heavier. Of course, we must use the appropriate quantity of product, But if there is an excess of it, I can assure you that hair doesn't look heavy or oily, as it may happen with the majority of similar leave-in conditioners available on the market. Moreover, our leave-in conditioner increases the combability of wet hair. So just a quick reminder, as I said before, a reconstruction treatment restructures the internal part of the hair. So if you want to increase hair softness, that's to say what Monica is doing on our model Anna, what I suggest you to do when using our integrity hair reconstruction system and following step A and step B is to apply our leave-in conditioner in order to have extremely soft hair. So if you are working on extremely dry and thin hair, I suggest you to use our nourishing conditioner or our intensive mask, especially suitable for coarse hair. As I was saying, with integrity hair reconstruction, we do not only offer a reconstruction service, but we can adjust and choose the perfect treatment for the specific type of hair. There are actually some tutorial videos available, and the different phases are explained in a very clear and easy way to understand. So let's start from the most important aim: internal and external hair reconstruction and hydration. In this case, we're working on very damaged hair, and I must choose a treatment with both an internal and external action. As you will see in the tutorial videos, we studied some steps that is necessary to respect. The first phase is cleansing, and we recommend you using Milkshake Deep Cleansing Shampoo. After rinsing the shampoo, you divide the head into 4 sections. You apply the Step A Rebuilder, taking care to use an important quantity of product, especially where hair needs a greater reconstruction. If the client's hair is similar to our model Anna, and so she has a natural regrowth with a balayage effect, you don't have to apply a great quantity of product on the roots or on natural hair. On the contrary, we know that cosmetic products have an osmotic action, and so hair establishes the quantity of product to use, the proper quantity of product. You can choose to apply step A either with its dispenser or with the micronebulizer, paying attention to focus on specific and more damaged areas. In the meantime, as you can see, Elena is using a comb to evenly distribute the product. Right now, she is isolating and tying up our model's hair. Once again, she will apply a hairnet and leave the process under a heat source for 10 minutes. After that, they will show us the final result. So let's go back to the application steps. As you need to carry out an important reconstruction treatment, after step A, you must push proteins within hair by blow drying at least 70% of the hair. By doing that, heat produced by the blow dryer really pushes proteins contained in our rebuilder, and then you apply our milkshake integrity leave-in. You use it to make hair damp, and as it contains hyaluronic acid, it also provides fixing substances to the inner parts of the hair, and it facilitates the application of step B. So once again, after blow drying the hair, you apply the Integrity Leave-In conditioner, you make hair damp, and you comb it. On damp hair, you then apply Step B fiber sealant, as Monica has showed us. You massage the hair, you evenly distribute the product with a comb, and you use a hairnet in case of a dry heat source, or you can decide not to use it in case of a moist heat source. In both cases, it is necessary to respect a processing time of 10 minutes. Once the processing time is finished, you rinse well with water, and then you decide whether to apply Milkshake Nourishing Conditioner, our intensive mask, or our Integrity Leave-In, according to the previous dehydration level assessed. If you use a conditioner that needs to be rinsed, you wait for 5 minutes of processing time. On the contrary, if you use our Integrity Leave-In, you don't need to rinse, and so you can immediately proceed with the styling. Our second aim, medium damaged hair. It means that there is not an important internal and external structural damage, but I still have a damage concerning both the internal and external area. So I need to provide some substances to the cortex, but also to cuticles. In this case, steps are pretty similar to the previous sequence. And so what's the difference? The difference is that after preparing the hair with our deep cleansing shampoo, after dividing the head into 4 sections, you apply the rebuilder treatment. You don't need to use a heat source or to blow dry the hair, but you eliminate the excess of product, you massage and evenly distribute it, and you immediately apply the Milkshake Integrity Fiber Sealant on top, as Monica did before. It is always important to leave to process under a heat source for 10 minutes, and after rinsing, you apply Milkshake Integrity Leave-In or one of our conditioners. Then you proceed with the desired styling. As I was saying before, thanks to our system and to the features of our 2 steps, A and B, we can offer an external reconstruction treatment. This can be the case of clients with colored hair or even clients with natural hair, but using the flat iron on a daily basis. We all know about the negative consequences deriving from an excessive or wrong usage of a hot styling tool, such as the flat iron. And we also know that those damages consist in dehydration, but also in external structural alteration. In this case, the service is quicker and easier compared to the previous 2. Once again, you start with deep cleansing shampoo. After rinsing it, you immediately apply the Step B fiber sealant. You leave to process under a heat source for 10 minutes, As you don't need an internal reconstruction, you don't have to use the step A rebuilder, so you apply and gently massage the step B, as you will see in the video and as Monica did before. You leave to process under a heat source for 10 minutes. After that, you rinse the product, you apply a conditioner, and you can use our specific leave-in to give elasticity to hair. I invite you all to try this ritual because I can definitely assure you that results are amazing. In case your client has natural hair or maybe natural curly hair, as we know, curly hair tends actually to be matte or not very shiny. And even if the client doesn't want to smooth her hair but wants to keep her natural movement with an extra brightness, well, this ritual is perfect to achieve that final result. We know that a good reconstruction, well, let me add something extremely important. 4 consecutive treatments with our integrity reconstruction system, and I mean 4 in-salon treatments that must be consecutive, as I said before, so once a week, give life to a technical service. So, to give an example, the client has a coloring service or a lifting service. Then the following week, she starts the reconstruction treatment, and it lasts 4 consecutive weeks. Again, 4 consecutive in-salon integrity reconstruction treatments assure a hair structure recovery up to 95%. So amazing results, really. As you will see in your marketing material, results are certified by external institutes specialized in this kind of assessment, controls, and certifications. Of course, it is fundamental to associate a proper home maintenance ritual. As I normally say, if I do an excellent in-salon hair reconstruction treatment, but then I wash my hair at home with a dishwashing detergent, there is the risk of limiting the protective action. So, it is therefore crucial to combine the reconstruction treatment with specific products studied and developed to maintain the nourishing action and to make the restructuring action more long-lasting. The slide is now showing you our complete integrity system with the nourishing Muru butter that is a pre-shampoo product. This is a fantastic and 100% natural product. It is particularly effective in case of extremely dry, coarse hair needing an extra hydration. This product must be used before cleansing the hair, as I said before, it is 100% natural, and the Muru butter, coming from a plant growing in the Amazonian rainforest, has an incredible nourishing and moisturizing action. Then we have the specific shampoo called the nourishing shampoo. This is a nourishing and moisturizing shampoo suitable for all type of hair. Concerning the conditioner, we propose 2 different products. The first one is the nourishing conditioner, which is more suitable for medium thin hair. And the second product is the so-called intensive treatment, suitable for coarse hair and for damaged hair. Then we propose our repairing hair vials. They are incredible and they really create addiction. Those vials need to be used after the shampoo, but before the conditioner, and their great percentage of minerals penetrate within the hair in order to fix proteins and amino acids. Last but not least, we propose our incredible oil, which is our hair illuminating oil, offering several actions, such as illuminating and perfuming hair. Actually, I normally recommend this product to all my clients, and it is very good actually to always carry it in your purse. Actually, we even have the small size of 50 ml. It is very good, and the client can use it when she comes out of a restaurant, and she just sprays it on her hair to eliminate the residual smells. So this product combines an internal nourishing action with an incredible cosmetic one. So it is a fantastic product. So that's it for our Integrity Hair Reconstruction System. Let's now have a look at our second system. It is very important to talk about it, as z.one Concept has been proposing this system for a long period of time, more or less 10 years actually. These 4 completely natural masks were launched on the market 10 years ago. So we propose 4 different masks with milk, papaya, yogurt, and cocoa, and they are characterized by a powder texture. Those powders need to be mixed with the natural hair mask base. Every powder has a specific action according to the type of hair. For example, the yogurt mask is suitable for colored hair, the papaya mask is suitable for thin hair, the cocoa mask has an incredible fragrance that really envelops the entire salon, and it is suitable for all types of hair. And then we have the milk mask with milk proteins, and this is the real focus of the second part of our webinar, as this mask is more in line with a regeneration and reconstruction treatment. As I have already said, our 4 masks are 100% natural and edible, so eatable. And once again, they are characterized by their main ingredients, so milk, cocoa, papaya, and yogurt. They are suitable for different types of hair: dry or damaged hair, normal or coarse hair for the cocoa mask, thin or lifeless hair for the papaya mask, and cosmetically colored hair for the yogurt mask. Tonight, we're going to focus on our milk mask, as milk proteins are definitely more similar to hair proteins. With Integrity Hair Reconstruction Treatment, we provide the same essential amino acids that we have in healthy hair. In this case, we're talking about milk proteins that are comparable from the function point of view, but of course are not the same hair proteins. That's why we normally separate the 2 systems by defining this one as a more natural and sensorial ritual, and Integrity Reconstruction System as a more technological ritual. Then I can totally assure you that both systems are excellent. When you mix the powder with the mask base, the client can immediately smell milk fragrance, and it develops a real experience for her. This is very important, especially nowadays, because it gives you the possibility to fully commit the client. The main feature of milk proteins is to bind the existing proteins in hair, and so they fill those famous gaps characterizing damaged hair. And so they fill the inner part of the hair, that is to say, the cortex. By mixing the powder with the mask base, and you can see them right now. Here they are, the small bag with the mask base, and of course respecting a specific ratio, you get a uniform cream. This uniform cream is characterized by a sensorial milk fragrance, and it is extremely easy to apply it, as Elena showed us before. As I have already showed you, we have two products. In the paper packaging, you have 12 small bags. Every small bag contains 15 grams of powder that needs to be mixed with the mask base. The ratio is 60 ml of mask base per bag of powder. The two compounds perfectly blends together, and then you just apply the cream on pre-washed hair. Let's have a look at the different recommended steps. First of all, it is necessary to wash the hair with our deep cleansing shampoo. Then, in a bowl, you mix 60 ml of mask base with 15 grams of powder, so one small bag. You mix it until obtaining a uniform cream. Then you can apply the product starting from lens and ends and from the most damaged areas. The third step is actually the ritual itself. So you divide the head in 4 sections, you apply the cream starting from the most damaged areas and going towards the roots little by little. As you've previously seen, and as you will see in our tutorial videos, it is very, very important to massage the hair with your hands and fingertips, as it helps to make the product better penetrate within the hair and so to have a stronger action. You leave to process for 10 minutes under a heat source. If you do not have a heat source, or maybe you need some more time to conclude other services in your salon, you can extend processing time of 5 or 10 extra minutes. The heat source has a very important action, as it accelerates any technical process. In this case, heat source speeds up the penetration of the product within the hair. After using the heat source, and at the end of the processing time, it is important to allow the hair to cool down for some minutes. And then, of course, you rinse everything. I would like to point out something very important. As I said, regenerating and restructuring the hair doesn't mean moisturizing or, even better, softening it. A reconstruction has a filling and a support action. In many cases, following any type of reconstruction service, hair seems stiffer, but that's normal, as healthy hair is also more resistant compared to damaged hair. In this specific case, even after the natural care milk mask, it is crucial to use a conditioner. It doesn't matter which conditioner you choose. It can be a leave-in conditioner, we have plenty of them. It can be a whipped cream, even a colored whipped cream to propose an extra service, reconstruction and color adjustment as maybe the color faded away. It can be a more or less strong conditioner. Anyway, it is essential to use a conditioner in order to give softness and also flexibility to the hair. So this is always important and you always need to keep it in your minds. Concerning home maintenance, once again, we propose specific products to be combined with the in-salon natural care regeneration treatment. First of all, we developed the so-called Natural Care Active Milk Mask that combines the powder and the mask base. So the client doesn't need to mix the two compounds and the product becomes extremely easy to use whilst maintaining its original features. Therefore, this product provides a great continuity in terms of treatment action. So, to conclude, how can we choose the proper method or system according to the reconstruction needs of our client? Well, z.one Concept and our brand Milkshake propose two different solutions. On the one hand, integrity reconstruction system for a more technological, technical, peculiar, and innovative action for a client looking for a real reconstruction, providing essential elements naturally present in hair. On the other hand, Milkshake Natural Care, a synergy of 100% natural powders regenerating and giving body to the hair in a more sensorial and natural way. So two equally efficient treatments for clients looking for an improvement of their hair structure. In the meantime, our first model, Anna, is here on stage with me. So for her, Monica has used the integrity reconstruction system. Let me list and summarize all the steps one last time. You wash the hair with deep cleansing shampoo, you apply the step A rebuilder, you massage it on the entire head, you eliminate the excess of product. On top, you apply step B fiber sealant, you leave it to process for 10 minutes under heat source, you rinse and you conclude the treatment with integrity reconstruction leave-in to improve elasticity, flexibility and softness. Monica has also used, as you can see, our light gray color whipped cream to tone lifted areas as the color had faded away and it become gold. So the final effect is a less warm and more natural blonde color, which is definitely enhanced by a healthier hair structure. Thank you, Anna. Let me welcome Cassandra here on stage. For her, Elena used the Milkshake Natural Care Milk Mask Reconstruction System. Cassandra has colored and very thin hair. It was therefore necessary to give more body to the hair structure, and the damage level was inferior compared to the previous case, compared to the previous model. We chose the Natural Care Milk Mask as milk proteins are similar to hair proteins and so give more body, volume and texture to the hair. Thank you, Cassandra, and thank you, Elena and Monica, for your operational support. Okay, so this is the end of our webinar. If you have questions, please write them down in the comment section and we will answer you in real time. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time.